If you're too desensitized, you won't be able to control it off. It'll run around rampant. It's like you can be around a guy your whole life, and then you can also be in a position where you're hypersexualized in other environments. And then it seems like you come around that same guy. You've known each other for years. You've always been cool, but all of a sudden now you're too sensitive. You're too touchy. You're too sexual, and you can't you don't know how to turn the switch off. I think with John, he helped me. What I never got to told him, and I wish I could have, is he really helped me to like desensitize those nerves, and he really helped me to turn off some of those lights that were on in my life that were advertising hypersexuality or real deep disturbed not a molested but a real deep seated disturbed sexuality. He really helped me to sensitize through it. He really sensitized me or desensitized me. It's because he wasn't so, he wasn't so sexualized himself. Very soft voice. Remind me if you ever got the chance, like, no one will ever have this chance ever again, but if you ever got a chance to talk to like a Michael Jackson on the phone, there's something about it. It just wouldn't be sexual at all, even though it would be it'd be very sensual, but not sexual. Like, I really calmed down a lot, and I listened to things I was running from a lot. Like, for me, I learned a lot, and just in that abstinence part, just running from the feeling and hiding from it for so long, I realized I wasn't learning anything. I was just hiding really good. And then just like talking to someone, and then the feeling comes up, and then his demeanor never changes. There's no trap in his voice. There's no indication that he's pushing up on you in a certain way or seeking something that you're not ready for. And then those feelings or scars from the past will just come up and start bothering me. And I just kept listening to him and talking, and then I just became desensitized to the feeling. I became more sensitive toward it, so when it comes up, I know how to keep this type of voice, be this monotone, keep talking and listening, and then the nerve itself would twitch a little bit, or I would twitch a little bit, but then it would calm down and go away. That's one thing he did. I do miss about talking to him. He really helped me in that department, just because our relationship just wasn't sexual. He was just a friend to talk to, and it really helped me, desensitize and calm down. I don't know if I ever see him again. I'm going to say, this is what I really miss about you, and I want to thank you for helping me, even though you didn't know you were helping me. I have a cousin I want to talk about, but I'm not going to say her name. She's in a little bit of trouble. I don't know what's going on with her, She's a mom and stuff like that, but my spirit, she's so troubled in my spirit. And it's not just, she's a God-fearing woman, she's a saved woman, but in her saving, there's demons circling around her. She does good deeds, but there's also bad deeds in her spirit. She was demonized along the way. And I don't know if she invited it or what she means by it, but it disturbs me. Sometimes when she comes around, like, I can feel her spirit near mine. It's disturbing. Because she starts, it seems like her spirit is trying to awake old demons in me. But it's more like taking a torch to a block of ice. You can feel the heat, but it's just a slight melt of water. It's not going to immediately change the nature of the block because it's so frozen. It's almost dry ice. There's not really much water that's going to come out of it. It's going to be more of a smoke or a vapor, and that's, disturbing. I have a couple of cousins like that, but you know what I mean? We're keeping our distance because of our life choices, but the younger version of me misses them when they were younger. When you were innocent enough, or even when you were innocent enough to know what's appropriate and what's not appropriate, even if, it came across right in the middle of the circle. And I think I was the oldest one. I was just a big kid amongst them. They were like 3 to 4 years older. My body was a lot bigger, but I was, in my spirit, I was just as young as they were. I was just a kid. And I think in being that way and being that suppressed, I ran. Like when I got old enough and I graduated high school, I ran from home. And there was just so much I didn't get to live. It just was pouring out of me. Just get this, live these experiences. So we're not so naive like that. So overgrown in childishness in a very grown body. It was like, please get this out. And I missed that those were formative years I could have had with them. But I was so busy trying to get something out of my spirit, trying to become something, that I lived this whole other life apart from them in a very fast pace. And then my demons catch up with me, and now they don't know what to think of me. They have their own demons, but they weren't present when I was, doing these bad things in my life. And I didn't really get to tell them about it. They had to hear about me from other sources, which is terrible when, your reputation precedes you. And even now, I'm so recluse, I'm so shut down, they don't really know how to contact me. Well, they contact me, but there's just no kinetic energy there to talk about unless we're reminiscing on the past. And then that brings me back to stuck culture, and then people who are reclusing into the past, growing into the past because the future is stunning in some way. I mean, I see the bridge, I see the disconnect. I just don't know how or have the materials to fix it. It's very fixable. It's not like it isn't. It's not like I have no business in the future and I might as well just stay back here. I didn't, my future is very present. I'm very professional. I mean, even if I get the jobs I'm applying for, and God, I pray to God every day, and hopefully He'll grant me such, a blessing. I definitely, I'll grind myself into my job. I'll ground myself there. Then I'll grow out. And certain things I need to do that's associated with my job. Like, I think with most of the jobs I've had, going back about a decade, I've always had some need to exercise. There's always some need to, when a job picks up on me, I pick up on the exercise. The job demands more of me, I start demanding more of my body and I exercise. So there's always a gym membership involved in my job. And then there's always a eating habit. There's certain foods I addict to when I'm working, and those become a part of my diet. Like when I was working for my former employer, ECS, I had an addiction to green tea, hot green tea, no sugar, or iced green tea with lemon and no sugar. I mean, that was my daily drink during the day, and that is a flushing drink. It kept flushing me out. There's certain exercises I was used to because my mind was picking up so much and having to keep a schedule. My body was like, I can't. I have to keep up too. And then here comes the exercise regimen. And now that I'm doing this podcast and trying to get my work out there, there's going to be a need to get better equipment so I can present myself better. A need to develop commercials so I can advertise myself, become more commercialized so I can present myself to the world. And then there's going to be the grown-up element, me fixing my finances, then be me more vocal about being financially healthy and literate and investing, and then getting rid of debt, and then the ultimate, which is buying a home. Because I've had 3 or 4 cars. I know about how to deal with cars and leasing versus buying and things like that. But that true financial step of home ownership, that's the material property I'm really looking forward to having. I mean, I love this podcast, but I know this isn't popular. It's not popular. This isn't something where the people are flocking to because it's so commercially fulfilling. That they get subscribers by the millions. Some people are blessed that way. I don't think I'm interesting enough. I haven't lived enough life to be that interesting. And I'm definitely not young. I'm definitely old vinegar. Oh my God, don't call yourself that. Jeez. I mean, I pray to God this is, become something, but I think I've been doing this now for 2 months. It's going on, I know it's a little longer than a month, but I don't think it's exactly 2 months. But yeah, I mean, I know these things take time, and I'm not going to rush it, but, just starting from the ground sometimes can be so taxing on the brain and the spirit. I'm coming up over 25 minutes. I keep doing it, though. Keep having this personal journal. I don't know what kind of popularity is coming in personal journals. To tell you the truth, it's not really that juicy. I'm thinking, the juicier stories come with, former prostitutes, and then they talk about their adventures, not their adventures, but their experiences on the street. Those personal journals probably become popular because they're so real. And the listener can feel like they're diving into something personal. What I'm talking about is what, excuse me, not exactly everything in my content, but what a lot of teenagers and adults do. They sit down and they vent in front of a camera. I think what I'm doing on here is what a lot of people do on YouTube. The thing is, they expose themselves in front of the camera. They expose their sexuality, or they try to be over sexy, or they just expose themselves in their vulnerabilities, and the people, addict to them and they attract to them. Because this, huge displacement of social interaction. And me, I'm just, instead of just showing my face and my body or what I'm doing, I just say it. And you just hear my voice. I got to keep some type of mystery from myself. I'm not ready to just expose myself. Like, look at me, I'm right here. I have, structural issues where I'm stronger than I am. Or my body exceeds my mental capacities, and I just got to keep fixing and balancing it out till I'm just, straight enough just to be cool like this. Relaxing in my bed. Like, I want to be able to turn the audio off, but not have the audio turn on me every chance it gets. Because I think that's where the issue comes in. These people get in front of the camera so much, they don't know how to turn it off. And then they addicted so much, and they do it so much, the camera turns them on. It's like the camera has a life of its own, and it wakes them up out of sleep. So they, turn on. I'm here. Let's go. You know what I mean? And then that's where they can't control the forces behind their own cameras. And you see too much, or it becomes a life that they're not ready to fulfill, and then all of a sudden they start taking breaks. I need a break from this. I can't handle it. And it's true. It's because when you're looking at yourself in a camera and you're recording yourself, this is parts of your spirit that you're snipping and giving to the masses. And these things get viewed and analyzed and digested, and then it comes back to you. It's you, but it's also a whole bunch of other stuff attached to it, and you try to embody it and control it and manage it. And a lot of times, especially when we're starving for fame or we're hungry for it, we ingest it with these new spirits attached to it, and then we become this excess energy. We become these people who go the extra 50 miles to prove we're about it, or we're so real, or we deserve the extra following, and then we get burned out by it. You're burned down, and you're running from the camera, therapy, you need to calm down, and everything about it. Not having the voice to say what I'm saying and feel how you feel. I feel for you. You know what I mean? You're going through hell and you don't have, an exhaust pipe. What the hell? Where do you think we live? What planet is that? The danger is not in what you're saying. The danger is in the inability to not express yourself. How do you hold somebody to their tongue so precisely that they can't express themselves to get the stress out? Especially if they have no other known outlet. Oh, no. No. I pray for you. I pray that you keep whatever your goal is. I don't know what the goal of this is. If it's financial freedom, if it's sexual freedom, if you just, you see something in me that you want, but you're just going through it so you can get to it. Because there's a part of me that is dying to help you, but there's a part of me that's trying to convict you too, and I don't know why I'm doing that or why I feel that way. It's my cousin's spirit coming around. I can feel her. I can almost hear her. There's a part of me wants to help her so bad and wants to, help her get through it. And then